Mother Funny Time with Andie and Angie.
2 cousins, 8 kids, 1 grandkid, 2 states.
And a whole lot of fun. Woo! Welcome back, Mother Funny Tribe. It's Angie and Andie, your cousin friends with kids. And we're here for another episode of Mother Funny.
I like how you threw in the mom angle. Cousin friends with kids.
Cousin friends with kids. Yeah, so we're here and it's fall. Fall is in the air. And we're here to talk about friendship, specifically moms and friends. But you can't really talk about mom friends. Like at this stage of life, mom friends generally come with kid friends.
For the most part.
Obviously not exclusively, even though I will not make any friends with anyone who doesn't have a kid. But whatever. Just kidding. I had my first child at 20, so none of my friends had kids, and I was first a mom.
That's a really good point.
I did. Like at the beginning, people my age, all my friends were older who had kids. But anyway, yes, there's just that season of life where you really make friends. And to borrow the popular church term, you do life together.
Thank you. Live life together.
We live life together, do life together.
Why is that a church term?
Every church is like, we do church differently. We do life together. And you're like, but do you do it differently?
Right. Let's get together and fellowshipping with moms. Fellowshipping with other women.
Do life authentically.
Yes. Oh, yes. But then is it authentic? Because a lot of people are not authentic.
Oh, it depends who you bring
to be authentic.
Who you bring to the table, because sister, I will be authentic, but not everyone will be.
Right, you will. You'll be authentic. You'll be real.
We've learned that. I do life authentically.
You're free of mom judgment. No judginess here.
That's the thing. The beginning of mom friendship needs to start without mom guilt and shame. And I think that's what the best friendships you can forge are
nice.
You like it?
I like all the Christian terms and words right now. I'm digging
You want to glean. Glean is like one of those words that we use in the church. I don't know if they use it now. It's more like a early 2000s Christian term. We use the word glean a lot. We're going to glean from one another.
It's a homeschool word also.
Yes. But now it's living life together, doing life together, living authentically. That's the new one. And I watched this video and I sent it to someone who's cracking me up. They're all church videos start like this. They're like, hey guys. And they call it the exploding bird or something. Hey guys.
The hands?
Anyway. Yeah. They start with hands together and then they do this. They go, hey.
Oh.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I'll have to send it to you because it was cracking me up because it's so true. Anyway, we're not
I need to get a manicure. If we're going to start opening up our podcast like that.
Okay,
my nails need to look better than what's happening here. If we're going to start this opening.
Yes.
Hey guys. We're living life together.
Hey,
welcome
is
to
Mother Funny, where we live authentically, doing life together, gleaning from one another, forging friendships in the fire.
This is impressive.
I came with my church game today.
You sure did. I like it.
Yay.
If you want to look at my shirt, this is a new one. Got it at Buc-ee's.
We love Buc-ee's. Angie does all her yearly shop. Well, she does it more than yearly. She does her seasonal shopping.
Yes. Right.
I want to see your shirt collection sometime.
It's all from Buc-ee's or gas stations. Ryan and I went to a nice dinner and we had a really good time, just he and I. And then he's like, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, oh, cool. And sure enough, he took me to Buc-ee's.
That is amazing.
I was so excited. I got 3 shirts.
That is so amazing.
I got this one, which can you read it? Because I can't.
Yes.
I'm reading it backwards.
Says, bruh. Sorry. My throat caught there. Bruh. authentic.
correct way you're supposed to say
I'm just living my life authentically.
it. Stanley in
It's
hand.
stand in hand. It says bruh, formerly known as mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw this and I laughed really hard, and then I wasn't gonna get it, and I did get it because I thought it was so funny. But I wore it all day today. You know, it's my brand new Bucky shirt, and not one person commented on it.
What?
Yeah, so
What?
I don't know
That's
what that was
crazy.
about. But then I got 2 fall shirts, and we're talking about friendships, and then also fall time. Fall friendships, friendships in the fall.
Oh, it starts with
Mom fall
shirts.
friendships.
Well, see, that's the thing is your shirt should have been an opener to make friends.
Right? How could no one comment? I wore this to school drop off. I wore this to school
What?
pickup, drop off at dance, drop off at gymnastics, all the things. Not one person commented. So I don't know if this is so normal, like so many people have this shirt, it's just standard, or was it shocking, or did people not know it was just a joke?
Well, here's the thing. If you were in California where we don't have Buc-ee's, maybe it would have been more like a wow factor.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's a 10 in California, and maybe
Then
it's just like a 7 in Texas.
I need to plan a trip to California. We need to test out this
You
theory.
wear that shirt.
It was good, like, opener, right? Like, as you know, like, to make
Yes,
friends.
icebreaker.
Yes. Which reminds
Okay.
me, I know we're on a
Yes.
podcast, but I need to get some icebreaker activities from you, ideas, from you, and then also Danielle, because I know you guys will have some good icebreakers because I'm in charge of games at Momco. Like, I'm the
Okay.
greeter at Momco, which used to be Mops, and we're doing icebreakers. But I was like, Danielle and Danielle and Andy will have some good
Danielle and
ones.
Andy.
Because I don't
They'll
want
be
the cheesy
authentic.
icebreakers. Because when you're a mom, sometimes things can go really cheesy. Like when you do get
Yes.
togethers, or like how many baby showers do you go to? And you're like, this is the cheesiest game. Or like, this game is so ridiculous, it's embarrassing or it's boring. So I want these moms to like become friends and to get to know each other. And so we're going to do icebreakers, which I love. And I'm the one who like explains the icebreaker, but I actually want it to be good because, like, I'm the one introducing it. Like, I don't wanna be embarrassed that I was the person who introduced this icebreaker game and it was so lame. I might get kicked off of my committee.
Your committee. Would that always be a bad thing, though? Getting kicked off a committee?
No, because there's 2 people.
There are one of us here isn't pulling their weight.
Came up with a lame idea. The last icebreaker was great. So, like, and I didn't come up with it. Like, so the bar is high. So,
What
but
was the last icebreaker? Because this is about making friends. So icebreakers are part of the process of making friends, unless you, like, walk awkwardly up to somebody and say something ridiculous like I have in the past. But to form, like, a more authentic living life friendship, you need a good
that's
icebreaker.
what I want. I want an authentic living life gleaning from each other icebreaker. But I need like 12, I think. I think there's a total of 12 I'm gonna need. So, small group and whole group. Icebreakers. The last one, which was great, and if anyone wants to do this for any type of get together, this was a great idea. Everybody had a piece of paper. Well, each table had a piece of paper, and it had a die, a picture of a die, 1, 2, 3, it had up to like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then next to the 1, it asked a question. And then 2 asked a question. It was a different question. And so then each person like rolled the die and then you had to answer the question. So if I rolled a 2 and the question was like, "What's your favorite movie or book?" then like the mom said what the answer was and then kind of explained why. So I should have when I was introducing this game, and when you do things, then you're like, dang it, I could have made it so much better. Like it's me, there's a microphone, I'm speaking in front of everyone, explaining this icebreaker. I should have said, I think it was number one. Like number one is what's your favorite movie or game? Or what's your favorite movie or book? And I should have said, aren't we so excited? It's almost Hallmark Christmas movie time. I should have said that. But I didn't. I said, this is so embarrassing. I said, who has time to watch movies? We're all moms.
So don't even bother answering the question because none of us watch them.
Movies are lame. If you watch movies, you have way too much time on your hands. Are you really a
How
mom?
dare you? How dare and then just turn it into a shaming episode.
Yes.
You'll get friends quick that way. It's a surefire way to make friends. Okay, here's a question for you.
Wait,
What
wait.
do
Should I be
Okay.
embarrassed by what I said? Like, I was trying to be
No.
funny. I also thought Mom Co. was for moms of preschoolers and younger kids. Because when you have younger kids, you really don't have time to watch many movies or books, unless it's
Right.
you're nursing. I could have even made a comment about that. Anyway, there's so many other things I could have said. I didn't. But as it turns out, Mom
Sure.
Co. is for, like, all ages. Well, moms of older kids have time to watch movies, I think. Anyway, I need to get over it. But see, this is me, like, thinking about it, and I should have made a comment about Christmas movies. That would have been a great comment.
No one's gonna wanna be friends with you now.
That's why we're talking about this today. I now need to make a whole new set of friends.
Now we gotta start over. So I think okay, so this goes along with the question I was gonna ask you of what is the biggest obstacle at this stage in motherhood for making friends? And I would say when you're in a big social setting where you're going to these groups to try to make friends. Like Momco, the part of it is to connect and do life together and to
See?
make friends for you and for your kids, unless nobody in your group has little ones, and then that's too bad. Everyone has older kids, which can happen, I've heard. Anyway, I think the obstacle, like when I'm meeting new people, is one, coming up with good things to say, like to keep the conversation going without interviewing a person. And two, not regretting later things that I've said and like replaying the situation and being like, oh my gosh, they probably think I'm mean or dumb or whatever. I think that's some of the biggest obstacles to making friends. And then that fear going into it, like I'm going to go there, I'm going to say something silly, and then I'm going to think about it all night. What do you
I
think?
think because you and I also have, like, goofy, lighthearted personalities, we can say things that we think are funny, and if no one thinks it's funny, we sound really dumb. Like, we can
Yeah,
sound really dumb really
so
fast.
true. I once okay, no joke. I was at a woman's Bible study, and we were making I it's a long story, but we're gonna make vanilla for a fundraiser. And
Cooking
I
vanilla, like vanilla you used
cooking
to bake?
vanilla, like homemade
Oh,
vanilla.
it was an
But
activity.
yeah,
At a
well,
Bible study, you're, like, making
no,
vanilla?
we weren't making it there, we were selling it as a
Oh,
fundraiser.
selling it.
And it all came out because okay, vanilla is made with vodka and vanilla bean, and you soak the vanilla bean in vodka for, like, months, and then it makes vanilla, and that's what vanilla is made from. It's alcohol and a vanilla bean, like pure vanilla.
No wonder why
My
everybody likes vanilla.
I know. So
I
this
used
is
half
a
a bottle of
typical
vanilla and these
Girl,
cookies.
I had half of it in my coffee this morning, a whole half bottle.
Vitamina Benjamin.
Exactly, vanilla is vitamin Benjamin, except for without the vitamin. So, I, like, thought I was so funny, and it all came about because somebody in our group, and I won't get into the details, but basically from a family member had these 2 giant bottles of vodka, and I'm like, "You know what we could do with that? We can make vanilla." And anyway, so that was my idea for a fundraiser. We could buy, like, these cheap vanilla beans, put them in there, buy cute little bottles, sell it, raise money for women's ministry. Anyway, so I thought I'd be funny, and I get up to stand in front of everyone, and like you, not everybody knows that vanilla is made with alcohol. And I literally stood up and I'm like, "Okay, you guys, what does vodka have to do with women's ministry?"
Nice.
Not only did I say that, but I did not know there were people who had struggled with addiction in the past in the group, and it was so people were like my friends were like
Oh.
people were looking at me like, "What?" I thought I was hilarious. What do vodka
Oh my
and
gosh.
vanilla beans have to do with women's ministry? And I was like, "She's lost her mind." Anyway, So,
Did
yes.
they just say, "Just walk on down. Walk on off
You
the
can see
stage."
my friend. I literally think one of my friends, like, put her head down, like, "Oh, no.
That's amazing.
Oh, no." So, yeah, these social situations where you're like I don't know, because 'cause we've talked about this before, it's almost like you're dating, and
Right.
you're, like, trying to, like, be funny and outgoing and, like, woo potential mom friends, and you just say things and yeah, and then you can't stop thinking about it later. So what I've decided to do in this age of my life is just to be like, "You know what? If they can't handle me at vodka and Bible study, then they can't handle me."
Is that your bar?
That's my bar. If you can't handle me,
Do you meet people? I'm Andy. I'm gonna talk to you about vodka, vanilla, women's ministry, and gleaning and
do you
living
wanna
life
be my
together.
friend still?
Occasionally, we'll talk about asthma and perimenopause.
Yes! And bug bites. I'm good at bug bites and my
Okay,
intestinal troubles.
don't you think we should start out when we have like a meet someone? Like, just be real. Like, hi,
Yes.
I'm Angie, and here's 5 things about me. And just like be totally like legit and real about things.
But what would you say? What would be your 5 things? Like, give me or just
I
give me
don't
2.
know. See, now I'm
'Cause
gonna think about
how
it.
real would you be? How real would you be?
I'd be real. I don't have time for fake friends. That's the other thing. Like, if you're gonna judge
Okay.
me, I don't have time for you.
That's what I'm saying, if they can't
That might
handle
be
you
my
at
number
vodka and
one.
Bible study, they can't handle you at all.
If you don't like gas station t-shirts,
Yes. Okay, so if it was you, Angie, I would say you would say, "I love Christmas
one.
so much, it's always in my heart year round,
Okay.
and I kinda believe Santa is real."
No. See, I'm not gonna have friends then.
I thought you wanted to be authentic. If
Oh,
they
I
can't
do.
handle you at your
I mean,
real Santa.
yeah, but do you show the crazy at the beginning? Like, you could be
That's true,
authentic.
that's true.
Be authentic, hide
Let's
the
wait.
crazy.
The the most important people get the crazy. That's how you start weeding it down to the people you really like to spend time with.
So it's me, you, the whole mother funny tribe knows I love
Yes.
Santa. That's it.
Okay, so you say, "I love Christmas," but you hold off. You don't have to give it all. I have
Okay.
5 kids.
I like that you talked about Santa before my kids.
Yes. I mean, I feel like it's appropriate.
Priorities. That was impressive.
You would say,
I love
"I'm a
God.
people person." You do love God. I mean, yes. But if you're saying
Santa, children, God. Okay.
I live an authentic life doing life together, people might know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm a Christian, I'm a C. I am a CH. I
I
am a
am a
CHer. You could just
CHRISTIAN.
show them all your
Wham!
crazy by, like, singing that, telling them you believe in Santa.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye the
Praise ye
Lord.
the Lord. Okay,
Yeah, see,
so
this is why I have a hard time making friends. I just gonna burst into song like I'm living a musical,
I
and
do
I'm
too.
not.
And this is true. This is an actual fact about me. Like, if something is said that makes me think in song, but it's not the place where I can sing it, I'll just start dancing to myself like as subtly as I can because I all of a sudden have a concert in my head and I can't stop it. And I'll just try to play it cool, but I'll be like, "Dude, people probably think I'm having a little bit of a tick or a seizure." Like I'm
Yeah,
like
you're kinda twitching.
grooving. Yeah. I can't help it
I'm not
because I
blaming
love
you.
So, what do you think my 5 would be? Or give me 2. Give me 2
2 things about you.
that would be authentic. That I'd be like, "Here's 2 things you need to know about
I
me."
think we need to change the question instead of, like, about me, like, likes and dislikes or something. Because I would say,
Okay.
like, "Oh, you love God, you love your family," but that's 2, but
Yeah,
that's not
that's okay, but that's given. Okay, let's
given.
say that they know that we love God and love our family. Okay, besides
Okay,
that.
you're really funny,
Oh.
but can you say that? Hello,
I'm a
everyone.
really funny Yeah, they'd be like,
You can't
"Okay."
start with that.
I could
This is why it's
say, "I don't
hard.
take things very seriously."
Oh, okay, that's nice. You're
Yeah.
going through perimenopause.
I'm going through perimenopause. Hi, I'm Andie. I don't take things very seriously, but I am going through perimenopause. How many friends
Occasionally
come to me? Stay back. I can't take that many people to be my friend right now.
occasionally I get together with friends and drink wine.
Yeah. Oh gosh. That's my hobby.
You like to run?
I like to
You homeschooled your
run.
kids. If you also mentioned homeschooling your kids, you'd make all the homeschool mom friends right
Well,
then.
yeah.
If you want
If there's very select times that
to
I'll
be
pull
friends
that
with
card
them.
out. Those are select cards. Those cards don't get pulled
Oh.
out all the time. I would say that I tend to share things. Like, I'll just start talking to get conversation going because I'm someone who doesn't do well with uncomfortable or awkward silence. Some people are. Some people can just sit there silent and it's just awkward and you like don't know what to do, but I am not one of those people. And so the people like me who can't dwell in silence with people they don't know very well, um, tend to say ridiculous things just to keep the conversation going. For example, we were at a conference where there was a bunch of new people and I was trying to make conversation and I kept telling all of them how I'm lactose intolerant, but that I could digest all of the European dairy. I told everybody,
No.
everybody. I'm like,
Did
"I've
you
been eating."
really?
I Yes, 100%. I told them
I'm embarrassed for
all
you.
my lactose journey in Europe.
That's your go-to.
That's what happens.
Question, did you make any friends after that?
I that is lasting no.
Lasting.
Were they willing to listen to my spiel about my dairy intolerance? Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That
That's
is
what happens. That's the biggest hurdle for me is and then, like, once you're in it, like, you just keep going.
you can't get out of it.
You're like, now you, like, almost double down because 'cause you're like, this isn't weird. I'll just keep talking about it because it's normal."
Well, you can't then ask someone like, "Do you have any food intolerances?" That would be
How
a little too personal of a
do you
question,
get
stranger.
gassy when you have ice cream? Tell me about it.
See,
Are you
not okay.
bloated right now or are you okay?
Yeah, it's tricky. This is why a lot of people don't go to those events where you could like meet people or get to know each other or women's Bible studies because of people like me and you.
No, we make it tolerable. We help them feel better
No.
about themselves.
At least I let
That's
her.
They're like, "Okay, I'm not doing that bad. At least I didn't say anything super embarrassing tonight." Yes, I see myself as somebody who helps the people who are nervous, shy, or have a social anxiety to feel at ease because 'cause they're like, "It can't get much worse than that."
What do you do when you're going to an event
Mhm.
and you don't know anyone and you're just walking in? Like you're walking in, or maybe you know a few people, but like they're talking to other people. Like, that can be nerve-wracking when you're like, "Okay, I'm
Yeah.
I'm going in. I don't know who I'm gonna sit next to. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what people are gonna say." And how many times we also worried about our outfits at that moment. Am I dressed too fancy? Am I dressed
To
too casual? What shoes do I wear? I mean, I'm kinda stressing right now because, like, as we've talked about, wide leg jeans are in. I cannot embrace the
Yeah.
style, but now am I showing my age because am stuck in my skinny jean era? I don't know.
Those are all fair questions. Here's the funny thing with me is I will think of what to wear if I don't know anybody especially. Well, even if I do, but especially if I don't know anyone, I'll always end up trying on several things, wearing something I've never worn before and then don't feel super comfortable in it and be like, "Why?
Oh,
Why?" I
no.
know I have outfits that are cute. Like I know I have outfits that I feel cute and confident in. why did I choose this new creation? It happens every time, 100%. I just did it the other day. And I was like, well, here we are. They either love me in my vodka and Bible study and outfit, or they don't. But I had a good time. I had a good time. So if I don't know anybody, first I find the food.
Oh, good
Just go to
start.
the food table, drink table. Um, I don't tend to go to things where I don't know anybody. If I know one person, I'm good. I just started making myself this year go to things where I don't know anybody.
Okay.
And so far it's worked out. You just realize, like, a lot of people there are probably going through some sort of social anxiety. Like, I think a small level is normal at no matter who you are. A small level. And then people have more and more anxiety, but I think everybody around people has, like, a tiny bit, even if you're an extrovert, because 'cause you're still worried about, "What am I gonna wear? Do I look okay? Do I smell?" I don't know, like, am I gonna know people? Am I gonna say something ridiculous? So, just realizing, like, everybody's in that boat and then kind of putting yourself in the position of trying to make other people feel comfortable. That's been my go-to. What about you?
Well, you're mentioning making other people feel comfortable. Is that when you mentioned your
Yes, that was
your
not an example.
intolerance to dairy, or when you start
That
talking
was
about vodka? Like, which
But you know what?
what's that an example of making people feel comfortable?
Look, truly though, I was going to say that's not true, but it actually is, because when you're willing to be the one who says the embarrassing, silly things, it lets their guard down. Like, nobody's trying to play cool anymore because they see you and they're like, "Oh, I don't need to play cool." Like, this girl
Right.
is authentic. This girl is talking about lactose intolerance. This is a free and open conversation we're having here. So I find, like, if you're gonna talk, like, go into a situation and talk about, I don't know, things that are, like, surface level or more shallow, that's not gonna help anyone feel comfortable. It's when you can be, like, open and honest that people are pretty comfortable. It is
Okay,
what it
see,
is.
I'm like the opposite.
Oh,
Because one of my first things to talk about, but see, you can't do this where you live.
okay.
You could talk about the weather. The weather in Texas is always changing. So you can easily, like, if there's some people there or you don't know, like, oh, hi, how's it going? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Can you believe this weather? Because you can always say that in Texas. It's
You
either too
can.
hot, it's either too cold. And then it's like, oh, and then it usually leads into sports and extracurricular activities. Like the
Oh,
weather leads you places. Like, you're going
yeah.
somewhere. It does make me sound like I'm a senior citizen, and I did mention I Love Lucy earlier in
Have
this
you looked at
episode.
the dew point today? The dew point is off the chain, am I right?
No. Don't mind Andy. She talks about vodka often.
All the times, all I can talk about.
So
Oh
that's
my
one of my
goodness.
go-tos. But yeah, it can be nerve-wracking when you're like, "Okay, I don't even know what to expect," and you're just walking in trying to, like, figure out what to do. So, moms, we understand what it's like, but we have to mention, and maybe we'll talk more about this in the next podcast, the importance of friendships. Not
Yes!
which we've done that episode in the past, but just about pushing through the anxiety, pushing through the nervousness, pushing through the what outfit are you going to wear, what shoes you're going to wear, what are you gonna talk about, like, it is worth pushing through all of that because you might make your new best friend or your lifelong friend or a friend who has kids your kids same ages. Like, overall, it is worth it, but there are times when it's like, "Yeah, this group's not for me." Like, you also have to adjust to
Right.
that too. Like, I tried this group out. It's just not for me. It's not a reflection usually of you as a person or you as a mom. It could just be it's not the best fit. Or really, a lot of moms have a hard time finding time for friendships. So you want to invest in, like, okay, this seems like a good group of fun, exciting, non-judgmental, kind-hearted friends who drink vodka every now and then. Okay, I can
They
be
love
part of this
Jesus and
group.
drink a little vodka. Or they make vanilla. Maybe they're just straight vanilla connoisseurs. They make
Vanilla.
vanilla. They make it. I literally made and sold vanilla. It was incredible. That is a good point. I think most women, most moms want somebody who's fun and non-judgmental.
Yes, I would
The
agree.
I think no matter what your personality is, you want somebody who's fun. Now, people have different things what they think is fun, but I think we all want non-judgmental. The problem is as moms, it's kind of that, like, part of life where you're the most judgmental is when you
Oh.
have kids, I would say. Well, I mean, maybe when you're a teenager, maybe, but when you start having kids and you start, like, judging other moms because you're now seeing moms not doing things your way or their kids not behaving your way or they're doing things different and you can start becoming judgmental, but mostly it's because maybe you feel judged, and when we feel judged we start judging others. It's just that's how it works. If you're feeling judged for something, you're gonna like project that on other people, and then we start judging each other, and it gets messy. And so then trying to navigate friendships through that where you're trying to like be confident in who you are as a mom and how you're parenting while also being humble to be open to learning new things or being wrong. I think one of the keys of being humble is just being open to being wrong while at the same time allowing other people to do things completely differently and their kids to be who they are and letting that just be and still having fun. And plus you're tired, like, so when people are
It's
tired, like, moms
true.
are tired, they're overwhelmed, and they're, like, trying to survive. I don't know.
Okay, so we have so much more to talk about in the next episode because we have to
Yes.
end. We've run out of time.
Yes, we're
I
gonna
like
talk
that.
about more places where you can be where you can make friends.
Just be.
You could just be.
Since this is our
And then
Christian podcast, let's
just be. We're just
be.
gonna sit in this space. I heard that term a lot, this space. We're just gonna let this space be what it is. We're gonna meditate in this space.
I'm thinking we need to have worship music like in the background as we're talking right now, as we're coming to like a close. Thank you all for being here. Personally, I would be playing Adele, but right now,
Oh, love Adele. Lauren
okay,
Daigle is close to Adele. I mean, she's got some really good
close but
vocals.
far second. Okay, like us, share us,
Yes.
tell a
And I
friend.
love Lauren Daigle. Lauren Daigle, if you're
Yes.
listening,
No, I do like
she
her. My
Adele, if
kids
you're listening, Celine, if you're listening.
my kids listen to, like, coffee house music, worship music when they sleep, and so it's like as the twins are falling asleep, they listen to that, and that
Lauren
Lauren
Daigle.
Daigle is on it often, coffee
She's
house
also on the
Christian worship.
Adele. She's on the Adele Pandora station. They play some Lauren Daigle. It's
I mean,
interesting.
it's just
Anyway,
amazing. It's so many paths crossing. Find us on YouTube at the Funny Podcast with Andie and Angie.
thanks for bringing that together for me.
Just trying
All
to work it all
right.
together.
Like us, share us. We'll talk to you later.
Tell a
Bye.
friend. Tell a friend
Tell
about the
another friend.
podcast. If you want to tell them
Do
about
it.
Andy's
Do
dairy
it.
intolerance, go ahead.
Yeah, anybody who's lactose intolerant, you're definitely going to want to share this them. All right, that's all we have time for today. We got to wrap it up, unfortunately. But just remember, you might think you're doing just okay, but we think you're doing really great.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope you have a great Mother Funny day. Please like and share our podcast.
But please don't tell our moms.